What's going on, guys? Welcome back to the channel and welcome back to another episode of Exotic Agent. Once again, my name is Zach Neff and I'm a real estate agent in Arizona, but I absolutely love cars, which is why I created this channel. Now, if you saw my last episode, you would see that I introduced the very first car. Now, it's not an exotic car, but it is a Polaris Slingshot and it is a very unique car. So it is hot in Arizona. It gets up to about 118 degrees, but right now it is about 100 degrees, so we've got to get started. But before we do, be sure to hit that like button. Be sure to hit that subscribe button. It really helps me with the algorithms, so let's get started. Okay, so if you're new to the channel, this is called a Polaris Slingshot. Now, what's unique about this car is that it has one wheel in the back, and it kind of looks like the Batmobile. So there you go, that's what it looks like. We're gonna be driving this thing today. I've got my logos on it, buy, sell, flip, my number. Anybody can call me, I don't care, I'll answer your text. I got Neff Real Estate, I got my logo in the front, and this thing looks mean. So this is called the Polaris Slingshot. We're about to take this thing for a ride, so hang on tight. All right, so when you get into the Polaris Slingshot, it is a pretty tight fit. Now, I'm 6'2", and I've got these aftermarket seats for a little bit more comfort, but you know, once you get into this thing, it feels just fine. You've got your steering wheel in the front, obviously. I'll show you as I walk through this. You've got your gauges, which I explained in the last video. Okay, so over here, I explained this in the last video, but for all you new people, I've got my start button, I've got my hazard lights. Now, this is a very important button because this is what I call the danger button. This is traction control. If you turn that off, you better be a good driver because this button is wicked when it is off. So we've got a 5-speed gated manual. We got e-brake, which comes in handy a lot. I've got some aftermarket speakers right there. Let's see if I can get this thing to focus in. There we go. I've got some aftermarket Rockford Fosgate speakers on both sides. Right here is the glove compartment, which is super cool. Oh, one more thing I gotta show you guys is that behind the seats, let's see, we've got extra storage unit. So we've got this storage bay, and then we've got one more storage bay on the other side, which is super cool. You can fit a bag in there, or 2 bags, or a lot of people actually put subwoofers back there. So that is awesome that we have more space. Now, I did get pointed out in my last video, someone said that I'm popping the trunk when I pop the front hood. So let me go back here and show you guys before we get started. Now, here's the little latch right here. So it's very unique. You don't want to push it down too hard because I have broken it before on my other Slingshot. So just give it a little. Oh, actually, I'm sorry. You pull up or push? I don't even know. I think you push down, but it already unlatched. So then you grab this thing and you pull it up. So there it is. Ecotech motor. Pretty fast because this thing's only 1,800 pounds, which is cool. Then you got your dual wishbones, your suspension. Some people put bags on it. There's no reason to, but I don't know why they do it, because they want to be cool. And then you've got your exhaust here, your intake manifold right there, all of your headlights. So everything's very easy to work on the Polaris Slingshot. Guys, I'm already sweating. It is so hot here in Arizona. Okay, so here you got your fuse box, intake, headlights, front headlights, side headlights, tires, obviously. Okay, so with that being said, let's get this baby shut. Kind of got to slam it a little bit. I won't show you, but you pull it up and then you just let go and it goes boom. And then you want to make sure that this latch is secure. And then over here, this latch is secure too, because that thing's flown up. Trust me, I've done it before. It sucks. So, anyways, let's get started. What am I doing? Let's get started. We gotta drive this thing. Let's drive it. All right, so before I got out of it last time, I was running you guys through it all, so let me get my keys here. Polaris Slingshot keys, branded, plastic, of course, American made. And you take it, put it here, turn it on, my foot, clutch, start it up, make sure you're in neutral, e-brake's on. I'm gonna have to turn the music off because I don't want to get flagged, okay? I got a GoPro. I'm gonna send you guys to the GoPro while I'm driving, which is right here, and hopefully you can hear me. So let's do this, let's drive. All right, what's going on, everybody? Here we go. We are in the Polaris Slingshot, pulling the e-brake up, switching the first gear, and we're out. Once again, it is about 100 degrees out here. It is so hot. So I'm doing this for all of you guys out there on YouTube. Got to show you what the Slingshot's all about. So we're in first gear here, lightly switching to second gear. When you first get in the Slingshot, it's open air concept, so you can see everything outside. And at first it's a little different, actually a lot different than a convertible because your legs are exposed on the sides and you've got above you. Now, I personally don't wear a seatbelt, and that's for the simple reason that if I have to get out of a tight maneuver or someone's coming at me, I gotta jump out of this thing real quick. So I don't really drive it too much on the expressway just because of how dangerous it is, but if I did, I would be wearing a helmet and I would be buckled up. I don't even think that's gonna save me, but anyways, let's stop talking about all of the crazy stuff. Let's talk about the good stuff. So in second gear here, as you can hear, we've got a pretty loud winding belt. And that's, when these things first came out, everybody's complaining, oh my gosh, there's so much noise in the back. And that's coming from the belt, since these things are belt driven. Not as loud as that guy that just went by. He needs to replace that belt. I know a belt sound when I hear it, and that thing's about to go out. But anyways, so it's very smooth, very, very smooth when you're going through the gears. I'm in third gear now, and we're just cruising. It feels so good. Now on a normal day, this would be incredible, but when it's 100 degrees, it's a little hot. But yeah, the driving's great. If I had a passenger here, I could talk to him, we could have an open air conversation. I've got this shield in front of the GoPro, which is bouncing all of the wind to hit me about right here. So overall, the driving experience is great. Not to even mention how many people stare at you. This thing grabs so much attention. So if you don't want any attention, I would not buy a Slingshot. But I've got my logos on it, trying to drum up some real estate business, and that's what this thing's for. So when you look at it, you see my number and you call me and we do a business deal. It's happened so many times, I can't tell you. Okay, so my head is on fire right now because of the sun. But earlier I'd mentioned when you take this thing off of traction control, you're in trouble. So right now I have traction control on, so I can punch it, and I have nothing but control. Now having one tire in the back is a lot different, but you don't even notice it at all. And that's the great thing about driving these things, is that it feels like you've got two tires in the back, but when you really punch the gas, that tire spins like crazy. When you have traction control and you punch the gas, oh man, you have no control of the vehicle, like I said, unless you're an experienced driver driving a Polaris Slingshot, because like exotics, you're gonna go swerving over and you're potentially gonna crash. I've done it almost several times. Not crash, but lost control. So another great thing about this is that you have so much control. It's like driving a go-kart. And so I'm on it, I'm punching it. And even when I take turns, I'm punching it as well. Because it just feels so good in the hands, you know? Even with one hand, I've got nothing but control. So I'm gonna drive around a little bit in our Scottsdale area in Arizona. Downshifting second gear, punching it. Oh, we got a cop, we got a cop. Slowing down, we got a cop. Don't even make eye contact. All right, taking a turn hard. That's with traction control on. If I had traction control off, I would be sideways, which is not a bad thing if you can recover from it. But that was with traction control on. So if you're in the market for buying a Slingshot, just get used to it first. It is like a motorcycle. It's like a motorcycle car. All right, here we go. Of course, everybody wants to race you, but Ecotech motor, 1,800 pounds. You can scoot and boot in this thing, baby. Oops. It's easy to squeal those tires. Shifting, always upshifting and downshifting. When you downshift, sometimes you can lock the tires up and then take a quick turn. It's awesome. So picture going really fast and then you downshift, lock up the tires, and then you go sideways. Done it several times. What's great about this thing also is that, you know, you lock up the tire, you burn a tire, you only have to buy one tire. So instead of two expensive exotic tires that add up a lot, there's only one American tire. American car. So here we go. See if we can catch up to the GTR. See what he's all about. GTR behind me. Nope. He doesn't want to play today. He would smoke me. Here we go. See if he wants to play. Oh, come on, man. Come on, man. He doesn't want to play. All right, guys, I hope you really enjoyed that cruise in the Polaris Slingshot. I am sweating so much. This thing is not to be driven in the heat. Whew, it is hot. I've got to ship this thing somewhere else, like Hawaii, when they open back up, because this guy is on fire. I'm sweating. But once again, my name is Zach. If you guys like this video, be sure to hit that like button, that comment button, and that subscribe button, and I will be taking you guys through my entire car buying process when I buy more cars. So I can't wait to start this journey with you guys, and until next time, I'll see ya.